Southwest, it's a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce on the face those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now! 58, 58, 180! Come on! 180, we're good! That's it!
Now the
637!
on second.
Game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
694! Hey, Haywood!
56, right there, 56. Here we go.
Card out a throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Four down.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
To throw his car. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
58, come on.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Now gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's LaMarcus Joyner, the former Ram, with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Monday, down. Ready?
Check 56. He's tired of me.
OP.
He's checking. Crash.
That's it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
At the 18-yard line.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now Carr on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And it's hauled in by Nelson. Touchdown Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders 10, Rams nothing.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First throw now for the backup Bortles. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
General West.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run!
Now Bortles again. And it's caught. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Record!
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed? And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
93. 93. 5.
Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
What now? 280?
Let's put
808.
Let's put that team on the box.
Hey, exit.
58 for Mike. So don't say nothing. 58, boys, 58.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Natson. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Carr lets it go for Nelson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Go.
Coming to you. Check 26, check 26. Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58's the mic.
Hey, wahoo.
58's the mic, 58's the mic.
Hey.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
29. Hey, high 7.
Now Carr. Forced out to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Natson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Rock it.
Check nickel.
Get it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Right there. Bound to lose one.
Hey, orbit.
58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll see. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 29. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Set.
On play action, it's Bortles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing is Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay, break.
50. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, echo.
50, Mike, 50.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Watch the slant. Slam.
Hey, Sam off.
Richard on the toss. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The tackle there by Marquis Christian.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
60 outlaw.
All day, all day.
Hey, Charlie.
58, boys, 58, 58, plus.
On 2nd and 9, Glennon brought in over the middle by Graham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
58, come on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Go, go.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We don't want this. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Fire.
Now Glennon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Get it.
On first, here's Washington.
It up. It's almost like baseball. Get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Move.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Rip left. Rip.
Hand me.
Hatchet.
From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set. Ready? 8 read.
Check. Watch the before. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shit. Watch the shot.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. This pass complete to Reynolds. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Reynolds, 88 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. This one to Foster Moreau, the rookie from LSU. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Yeah, to him. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
29. Hey, Delta.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 6-yard line.
On the ready.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
I'm coming.
Stand. Ready.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
50's a mark. On the arm.
this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bortles. And that's incomplete. It was Gerald Worley there to knock that one free. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal. And we just saw him do it right there.
Bortles. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Bortles. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go!
Easy, kill.
51, Mike!
Bravo!
51. Time to go, night. 51 to Mike! 51!
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 51.
Glennon. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Bortles now to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Reynolds. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. And the Raiders have got him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Bortles. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Look at me. Go.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Here we go. 8, read. Hey, Foxtrot.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I'm trying to collect. Switch.
Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Bortles. And it's complete. This is Austin Prohl. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ready, set.
59, mark. Check, 59. You remember me? You remember
Hey, lock it.
Go, baby. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Bortles rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Bortles to throw once more. And that is incomplete here. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
80 weapons.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Check, white.
Back to throw, Carr. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Hey, exit.
Carr to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.